Alright, so this is the Boondocks best references. This is sometimes either they parody TV shows on the cartoon or they parody news events and stuff in the cartoon. If you guys haven't seen this video, this shit is a hoot. The original video link is in the description down below. Yeah, make sure you show the guys some love for making the original part. We'll get into part 2 later. There was a part 1 and 2 of this. I had no idea that was this much. But let's get into it, dude.
Always say the absence of evidence is not the evidence of absence.
What?
Simply because you don't have evidence that something does exist does not mean that you have evidence that something doesn't exist.
It's true.
What?
What country you from?
What?
What ain't no country I haven't heard of? They speak English in what?
What?
English, motherfucker! Do you speak it?
Y'all know what this shit is from.
To you.
Sit down, nigga.
Keyshawn Chavez is a freshman at Valley High School, a Boy Scout, a football player, a member of the ROTC, an honor roll student. He was hanging around his teacher's classroom door in December.
Have y'all ever seen this? This shit was worldwide, son. I think y'all are too young to see this, bruh. Bro, this shit is a fucking classic issue right here with white people didn't understand why they couldn't say nigga. This shit was worldwide, bro. And some people still don't fucking get the issue, dude. But this shit right here is hilarious. Listen how this dude is playing this shit. This shit is fucking classic right here.
The teacher says that Keyshawn used the N-word first.
And I just kind of was stunned a second. Well, then get away from the door, nigga. And I repeated the same insult because that's sort of what I've been trained to do.
That's what I've been trained to do. Ain't nobody trained you to do that.
That is not what they trained English teacher Paul Dawson to do.
They said that is not what we trained him. Hell, you ain't gonna get us to sign off on that shit.
I just say I said it, and I didn't say it.
Dawson says that students use the slang version of the N-word at Valley High School all the time.
Yeah.
He says N-I-G-G-E-R is a racial slur, but says that students use N-I-G-G-A as often as they'd say dude or hey man. And Dawson says as much as he does not like the word, he still used the slang version to feel more comfortable with black students.
Why is this word used so frequently? I just don't understand it.
Paul Dawson is distraught.
And I'm trying to understand it. I need help. Yes, I use nigga.
I do it.
I admit it. I put the H on it to emphasize it's nigga. That, you know, nigga this, nigga please, nigga. And, can you lend it?
They put this shit on TV. They put this cringy shit on TV. At least he knows not to use the ER and is a proponent. He's a supporter of the GGA. Huh?
A pencil.
What kind of example are you setting for your students if you use a word that you don't want them to use?
Upon reflection, that's not good.
Probably not good.
Dawson was suspended for 10 days without pay from January 9th to January 23rd, and he has to go to diversity training.
Go to diversity training.
From his experience and hopes that others think twice before using the N-word.
No, you're not.
Never say any form.
You just said like 8
nigga.
times.
I'm sure
said it again.
And what did he say specifically to you?
He said, sit down, nigga.
Riley Freeman is a third-grade student at J. Edgar Hoover Elementary School. He's a basketball player, an avid reader, and one day hopes to spread his philosophy through rap music. He was in class when he had a verbal exchange with his teacher, Joe Petto. But Mr. Petto said it was Riley who used the N-word first.
I told him to take his seat, and here comes this barrage of insults. I mean, some of the words I've never even heard before, and I was just stunned. And I said, well, sit down, nigga. I just repeated the insult back to him because that's what I've been trained to do.
That is not what he's been trained to do.
He said I used the word before, but I didn't. I wouldn't use that word ever. That word hurts people.
Mr. Petto claims the version of nigger, ending in ger, is the racial slur, but that he was using a different version of the word ending in ga, that means the same as buddy or best pal. He insists that he was using the friendly version of the N-word to better relate to Riley.
I used the word, I admit it. I thought there was a difference between nigger and nigga. I thought I understood this whole thing, but I guess I don't.
You don't get it.
Need help. Whenever I hear the rappers, they say, nigga. It's in all the music. Look. Rap songs that use the word nigga in a positive way. There's tons of them. Look, real nigga roll call. Niggas bleed. Jigga my nigga. Niggas for life. Real niggas don't die. Shame on a nigga. Suck a nigga. Ain't no nigga. I don't...
When you put it that way, maybe you get a pass. He said, my first thought was, how is a nigga gonna borrow a French fry? Maybe he does have a depth knowledge of the word nigga. We need to reconvene with the council. The problem is you meet with the wrong group of people to see if it's okay. My first thought wasn't, oh my God, he said nigga, but how is a nigga gonna borrow a French fry? You gonna give it back? I know, Cat. Oh God. Oh God damn it.
I tell you, my inside voice didn't talk like that before he got it.
Oh
when Lockup
man.
visited Kentucky State Penitentiary,
that's so good.
We met Fleece Johnson, a longtime inmate who practices a very different kind
this shit right here. We've already seen it, but I'm gonna play it again. I don't even care.
We have sexual desires, right? So you got a bunch of men locked up in one place.
All
of them get hard. All of them's horny. All of them got sexual desires. So what are they gonna do? You won't let them have a woman. They gonna have each. Somebody's gonna have to give us some booty.
I'm so sorry.
The most memorable story that Fleece told us was about the place and importance that booty has in a maximum security penitentiary.
Oh my God.
And he went on about it and on about it.
In his prison, booty was more important than food. Booty, a man's butt. It was more important. I'm serious. Having some booty was more important than drinking water.
More important than food, booty. A man's butt.
I like booty. When I see one, and he
we
looks
know
good,
you're serious.
When I go see him, I say, "You come here." I say, "I'm tell you what. I like you, and I want you, and we can do it the easy way or the hard way. So the choice is yours." And it was always yes.
A man? Chris Handsome!
Prison, the most important thing in your life is going to be booty.
Oh, the rest you guys know. I don't think we need to play this over and over again. Dude, we'll reconvene for part 2. Part 2 has got that kid who like stole his grandmother's van or whatever and drove it around like a joyride or some shit. So part two is dumb funny, man. But I'll see you guys in the next one, dude. This is Boondocks References Part 1. Real life parodied in the cartoon. Link for the original in the description down below. This dude explaining the word. I don't remember how long ago this shit was, but I remember this shit was groundbreaking. Like people, that's back when really people did not understand the difference. That's so funny. I repeated the same insult because that's what I was trained to do. That is not what we trained him to do, bro. That shit kills me, man. A lot of people were talking about whether or not he was racist. You know, that was like a big part of the conversation. Was the teacher racist? You know, everyone's, oh, he's racist because he used the N-word. That makes him racist. He's racist, man. I think he shouldn't have used the word, obviously. I mean, not in that kind of setting. Apparently not to these students because they don't have that type of relationship. And if you don't have that kind of relationship with people, you don't need to be talking to them like that. But do I think he's racist? No, I think he was really confused. I think he really finally figured out how to use the word and the shit didn't work out for him. He is truly shocked. If he wasn't so genuinely shocked about this shit, then he would seem a little guilty. You know, if he had like that smug, you know that that smug or angsty kind of attitude about it, then that's different. It's different when you try to prove a point. Like you're just saying, well, you use it so I can use it. That's different than I really thought I could use it, my bad type of situation. See, that difference is everything. If, you know, there are some people saying, well, you said it so I can say it. We're like, no, you can't say it, period. Now, you're like, if you want to fight about it, nobody's going to budge here. I'm not cool with you, you're not cool with me, so then why am I going to let you call me a nigga? That doesn't make any fucking sense. But if you really are saying, like, if you really thought that you understood the difference, that shit is different. You know, a lot of people can't have this kind of reaction anymore because you've been exposed to it so much. A lot of people can't have this kind of reaction because they've been exposed to the word so much and to the experience, to the conversation, you know what I mean? And so a lot of people's biggest problem is they have a group of black friends, they don't know if they can say the N-word, and they never talk to them about it and ask them. And different groups will tell you different things, and most of the time you can just see like where you live at, see what your surroundings is like. That'll normally tell you whether or not it's appropriate. And we know white people say it to each other all the time. But just when you see me pretend like you don't. That shit's funny though. His ass, that guy's hilarious to me, man. But I gotta roll out. I'll see you guys later, dude. Peace.